Sedan 2012 har Leader Upplandsbygd haft ett samverkansprojekt med Leader Moray i Skottland som heter Supporting Rural Sustainability through Cooperation. Förkortat kallas det Rucop. Projektet har handlat om idéutbyten, jämförande och nätverkande kring 4 temaområden. Lokal mat, unga, lag- och leaderkontor samt omställning. Leadermetoden används i hela EU, men vissa nationella regler skiljer sig åt. Lag är Leaders styrelse som innefattar representanter från samhällets olika delar, offentlig sektor, privat sektor och civilsamhället. Intervjuerna i den här filmen har gjorts i anslutning till projektets sista utbytesresa i februari 2014. Då besökte ett 10-tal svenska småskaliga matproducenter, ett flertal bryggerier, gårdsbutiker och liknande i närheten av Elgin i Skottland. Att fortsätta dessa utbyten även i framtiden är något som både skottar och svenskar hoppas på.
I vissa fall så tycker vi i Sverige att vi har sån extremt tung byråkrati när det kommer till sådana här projekt. Och så åker man till Skottland som har ännu mer byråkrati, vilket gör att man då kan känna att ja, men då är det inte så. Då har vi ändå gjort ganska mycket arbete nationellt för att underlätta. Och sen i andra fall när det kommer till exempel organisationsstruktur eller utbetalningshastighet så visar det sig att de gör saker jättemycket snabbare och smidigare än vad vi gör. Och då kan man ju använda det som ett argument nationellt att det funkar annorlunda på andra ställen.
Dels så har ju laggrupperna haft ett utbyte där vi har pratat om hur vi arbetar och de villkor som våra länder ställer upp. För det är ju faktiskt, även om det här är då i hela EU, så är det olika regler i olika länder. Och det har varit bra därför att skottarna har fått en del idéer från oss och vi har fått en del idéer från dem om hur man organiserar och hur man finansierar. Att samarbeta är alltid bra. Och att ha det med ett land där man kan ganska enkelt prata med varandra är ganska bra. Och sen gäller det ju att hitta de gemensamma områden som man jobbar inom. Och knyta kontakter och byta erfarenheter. Alltså det är guld värt att prata med andra som gör ungefär samma sak. De andra delarna är ju dels ungdomsprojektet som vi har haft utbyte. Och där var det också större skillnader än vad vi hade förutsett. Det som var skillnad där, det var hur ungdomarna, vad de fick göra helt enkelt. Alltså här i Sverige så kan man ju få under ledning av någon som kan något. Om inte ungdomarna själva kan så kan man ju bygga saker. Men i Skottland var det väldigt mycket strängare regler. Så att där hade inte ungdomarna samma frihet att göra sånt.
One of the things that I really enjoyed was the learning about how they work with the youth projects in Sweden. Totally different to what we were doing. Yeah. And you know, they were getting a budget and just told to go and do their project. And if it succeeded, fine. If it failed, well, it was no disaster. So we took that back and applied it to the last 2 youth projects that we were involved in. And the youngsters are doing the work themselves, very much hands-on.
That's been particularly helpful for us because we found it quite difficult to engage meaningfully with young people. And just to be shown an example of just give people responsibility and then it becomes more meaningful. And that seems quite a risk to us. But we could see that it worked in Sweden. Yeah. Sometimes the bureaucracy does threaten to overwhelm at times. And it's always interesting to find out how it's interpreted in other places and to share that approach, isn't it? Of course, this visit, we've got people who are involved in food and drink. And that's excellent because Murray is renowned for both its environment and for food and drink. And we're really pleased to be involved with the small-scale producers.
Fascinating for me, not as a native, as someone who's not a native of Murray, going around seeing places I haven't visited before, and meeting people who are passionate about the food and drink that they produce, and seeing them share their knowledge with our guests from Sweden. And in particular, when we visited Lusgarden Abbey yesterday, Brother Michael was so passionate, enthusiastic about his life there, and in particular, as he demonstrated the apples that they grew and the fruit juice, the apple juice that they produced, and that was so refreshing to see.
This time it's just been a wonderful opportunity to, it's been a great platform that Ian has worked on to give us the opportunity to network and share learning. It's been an interesting experience for ourselves to visit smaller businesses.
One of your cheesemakers who's been here has come away with the idea for producing cheese produced in a whisky barrel, and is now looking to source some whisky barrels used for the production of whisky from this area in order to be able to do that. So there are ideas that have been generated in this trip alone that will hopefully lead to new product being developed.
Transition Towns group in Sigtuna, they were very much based on theoretical, and they did a lot of academic studies, whereas our transition group was much more around the practical, down-to-earth, making things happen. So it was really great when we brought those two groups together to watch them share and learn from each other, and also take benefit back to what they were doing, so they could change slightly what they were doing and gain understanding from each other's work.
Some of the main positive things for my project, both from Jesper and Tobias visiting here and talking about the harvest market Alunda, and also going to Sweden and meeting Per, it gave me a great head start. The timing was really good for my project, so I could learn from a really well established set of food projects, get a wider perspective, and also think about how to make the projects more interesting and exciting for people to engage them, to get them involved with it. So it was perfect for me, ideal. If you had to sum up the benefits in one word, networking.
Yeah, that would be the baseline.
Yes, yeah.
Networking.
And spending time with each other, the people from Scotland, as well as spending time with Scots and the Swedes. That was
Absolutely.
an unexpected bonus, to have time with people you're usually too busy to see.
One thing that maybe we should think about if we're continuing in the future is that we should learn a bit of Swedish.
Yes.
It makes us feel quite guilty.
Yeah.
You guys come over here and speak really good English, and we go over there and we don't know a word of Swedish.
Yes, that's true.